Hello and welcome to Odyssey Motorsport TV's broadcast of the DriveTrainer Motorsport Friday night community session on Iracing. I'm TJ Yankee, and I'll be your host for the broadcast tonight. Alongside me, as always, is Lesean Young-Dilworth. How you doing tonight, Els?
How you doing, TJ? We got a good race tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We got the Toyota GR86s at Oulton Park. Um, this is the updated GR86, so a little bit quicker, a little bit less bouncy. But before we get into all of that, let's briefly talk about these DriveTrainer Motorsport community sessions. They host these every Friday night at 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. So the sessions are about 1/3 team recruitment, 1/3 just promoting safe and clean driving standards, and the last third is just plain old fun. So be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below to join in on the team's activities. And tonight we can watch these GR86s go around this 2.69-mile course with 17 corners, and it's based out of Little Budworth, England, that's a name that you don't see a lot of. But it has some pretty tight chicanes and a bunch of elevation changes, and that can really affect this car's grip going in and out of the corners. So we expect to see some real close racing on the track tonight, and we're going to jump into the end of our long qualifying session, and then we will see an onboard lap of the circuit, and then there'll be a 20-minute race session after that. So, but this GR, it's such a fun car to race, Els. I know this is one of your personal favorites.
Definitely one of my favorites. It's a car you got to throw around. Very slow. Has a little bit of downforce, but it does grip up once you're able to throw it around. So we'll see everybody throwing it around tonight at the DriveTrainer Motorsport community session. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. I just noticed that every time I get in this car, it's always really close racing. So hopefully we have a bunch of that on track tonight. So we're gonna jump in to one of your onboard laps from the qualifying session. So we're going to walk you through a lap right now. All right, so Els is driving down the front start-finish straight. There's the start-finish line. So the first corner is going to be a hard right-hander that you're going to be keeping the car from going too far off to the left there. You can get an off-track. The second corner is this little jink right here, and then a left-hander that is going to be heading down towards where the hairpin is. There'll be another left-hander after that. So there's a lot of non-straights here. They're kind of like straights, but they're not. A lot of curves going, so you're going to be probably dropping off throttle. Yep, left-hander, and then we are heading into the hairpin.
The hairpin, Shell's Oils Corner, they call it. Very good opportunity to pass here. Turn number 5. And we're now getting into turn number 6, this little bend here that goes into Britain's 7, 8, and 9 corner, which we're going to brake hard, hit the apex, hit the next apex, and then lay apex out of here onto the hilltop straight. I think it's a straight, not very long straight here. We're going to brake at the 100 board and then clip the first apex into turn 11, and then turn 12 is right here actually on the exit, and then we're gonna go out to Knickerbook and Clay Hill 13th corner.
Yeah, and this is another one of those not straight straights here. So that was 13 or 14. This is Drude's corner, turn 15. Again, you can see all that elevation change. The different parts of the corner is going to affect the grip of this car as you're heading down Warwick Bridge towards the last corner. Well, actually, second to last corner, turn 16. This is a really tough one because the track breaks away from you at the exit there. And then this is turn 17, which is the final corner, which leads us back to the start-finish straight. And that is a lap.
That looked like a decent lap, huh?
Yeah, it was a pretty decent lap. Yeah, so we're looking at 151s, 150s is probably what we're going to be seeing tonight as far as lap time. So we join in on the qualifying session with 2 minutes remaining. So you can see 151, 134. Jeffrey Davis is leading the field right now with Kyle Shuck right behind him. I see there's two positions missing there. I don't know why. But Els, you're holding on to 4th right now. I'm in 6th.
You're in 6th, and that's awesome. You're going to be joining us for this community session. Going to join in the fun.
Yeah,
every.
I missed out on that GT4 one. That looked like so much fun. So hopefully it's is as exciting on track as it was last week, because I'm looking forward to having fun in these sessions too.
It's always fun at the DriveTrainer Motorsports community session, and always clean, always respectful. The guys here are pushing hard and competing on leagues and special events. It's a fun time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if we can get the qualifying mode up here real quick. So it'll show all the different sectors. There it is down at the bottom. So we got some people that haven't set times yet, and Els, you were not able to improve your position, but it's okay. You're still hanging in fourth. I'm putting out a 153. I will be honest, this was my first time driving Outland in quite some time, probably over a year. So I had to dig deep down in the memory banks to try to remember how this track goes. And then they got the in the both chicanes, they got those immovable tire barriers that you got to be really careful about. But you can gain quite a bit of time by getting as close as humanly possible to those.
As everybody's having a little bit of issues now,
Yeah,
all over
absolutely.
the track.
Yeah, you can see the debris all over the track, the dirt, and some of these shots you can kind of see the tires throwing up dirt, even though they're on the circuit. That's dirt that's been thrown on the track by someone having it off. Same with the gravel. So that can affect your grip just as much as, you know, going in too fast or braking too late.
Definitely got to be careful about the dirt on the track. I've had issues in other races where you go wide just because there's dirt on the track. So definitely got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and like I said, if it's very similar to last week's community session where people are, you know, all fighting for the lead, battling closely, you could see some real sparks fly there. If you know, somebody, maybe a back marker throws some dirt on the track, and then the lead group goes up there, and yeah, it gets nasty sometimes. So the checker flag has fallen, but there's still people finishing up their qualifying lap. Els, you are heading down towards the start finish line, and it looks like you were able to improve your lap time, but I don't think it was enough to. Yeah, you were able to improve your lap time, but I don't think it was enough to move you up a position, unfortunately. Let's jump over to Jake Innes. He just came across with a 156.7, so I think he had an off. Rocking the Lightning McQueen livery.
Oh, you know, he's fast.
Yep, and these guys are. It seems everyone else on the lap besides Pedro, they are all. They have really long lap time, so I think they might have had a couple offs, and we should be able to jump to our results here once everyone finishes up and it switches from the qualifying session to the race session. So another thing about these GRs is they do have quite a bit of, it's not as powerful, I would say, as the Miata, but they do have quite a bit of an advantage for a draft. So with these, you know, air quote straights that we have on this circuit, you know, it might not. I don't know why that came up. It might not be as powerful as the Miata, but you still get some advantage if you can keep within a second of the car in front of you. You'll be able to kind of hang on to them, even if you have a off track or something like that, or have a bad corner. All right, so the session has come to an end. Should be able to bring up the grid. All right, so Jeffrey Davis is our pole sitter with a 151.134. Kyle Shook is right outside. Both of these guys are DriveTrainer Motorsports drivers. Right on the outside in position 2, Anthony Cerno in 3rd. We got Lesean Young-Dilworth in the house in 4th place, second row.
Avery Dickinson in 5th place. We got TJ Yanking, yours truly.
Yep.
DriveTrainer Motorsports truly in 6th position. 7th position, we have Noah Dummett. And 8th position, we have James Owen.
Yep, 9th position is Braden Savage. 10th, Brian Ford Lee. 11th, Greg Walker. And 12th, Jack Myers.
And in 11th, we have Greg Walker. 12th place, we have Jack Myers. 13th place, Jake Innes. 14th place, Bryce Salton.
Yep, 15th, we got Matthew Pelosi. 16th, Pedro Carvalho. 17th, Cody R. Johnson. 18th, Jacob Martin. 19th, Robert Lavelle. 20th, Brandon Matthews. And Ryan DeMarco did not set a time. So that is the start of, or that is our grid as we follow the short parade lap into the start finish line here.
Looking a little messy in the back there.
There we are. What is going on back here? Cody Johnson.
A little bit of untidiness.
Oh, he's got the ambitious but rubbish livery. All right. Well, the pace car is out. Oh my goodness! All right, I got to see what happened back there. Let's pause it and go back and see what happened there.
It's already starting.
Okay, so we got. Oh goodness, we just. I don't know exactly what happened there. I just think they all got into each other. We're gonna jump back up to the front here as the Jeff Davis is gonna take the field around into turn 1, going now into turn 2 and 3 as Kyle Shook is hot on his tail. Lesean, you're there as well with Anthony Cerno, heading down towards turn 3, the Cascades, which is the turn before the hairpin. So far, everyone else seems to be tidy, but I don't know what happened in the back there.
Oh, they must have been jealous of the liveries going on here. Everybody wearing the same liveries.
Yeah, they had that stock livery going on, the GR.
It must be a magical thing or something.
Anyways, we go through that. Yep, guys, we're going through that first chicane. Everyone so far staying pretty tidy as we come up to that second short straight before the second chicane of Hislop. Interesting name for a corner. And we got Els. He took a look on the inside, but decided to fall back in line for that tight chicane, since if you touch those tire wall, they're not going anywhere. You're going to be flying across the track. Heading up to turn 15 now for the first time, as these cars, the tires are not all the way up to temperature yet, so everyone's still kind of tiptoeing, even though they're in close proximity, to get those tires and those brakes up to temperature, and then they can really start to push the car. So we'll see those lap times start to come down further into the race, as we are coming close to the end of the first lap here with 2 minutes into the session. Jeffrey Davis still leading with a 157.650. Like I said, that was cold tires. And, we got Anthony Cerno taking a look on the inside, and Kyle Shook going into turn 1. And they are side by side. Els, you are on the back of them. Oh, we got an accident in the back there. Let's see what happened.
Accident now.
Yeah. Let's see what...
it looks like he pit. See what happened.
Yeah, that's jumping back to see what happened there. I think he just self-spun coming out of turn 1. Yep. Tire just dipped off on the outside there, and away he goes.
Grip. Yep, lost the grip in the rear.
Let's jump back up to Jeff Davis is keeping the lead there. Kyle Shook in second position. Anthony Cerno in third, as that's this group.
Looks like Jeffrey Davis is showing some good pace in this race so far, qualifying first and now leading with about a second.
Yeah, I think once they come back, I think going back in that replay, I think that might have upset the scoring tower. But as you can see, everyone that's in red is actually behind Jeffrey Davis. Jeffrey Davis, even though it's showing 7th, is actually in first place. Like I said, once they cross the start-finish line, I believe that will update accordingly. All right, so it says battle for 7th, but it's actually technically the battle for 1st because Jeffrey Davis is actually in 1st. But everyone keeping it up front, keeping it tidy besides that self-spin going into turn 1. All right, heading down Work Bridge here to turn 16. Everyone's kind of spreading out just a little bit. Once those tires up, we got a little bit of side-by-side action with me and James Owen. Looks like James is going to get the better of this as we head down that start-finish straight. He's going to have the inside going into turn 1.
Looks like he has the inside for turn 1. I was going to say that. Definitely. And he's going to take it, but it looks like you're going to have the option to get by him again.
Yeah.
Because he goes wide.
Yep, he has an off track in turn 1, and both myself and Jacob Martin are able to jump ahead. So jumping back up to this front group. Everyone's still staying pretty tidy. As you can see, the gaps down on the bottom right of your screen. As we got Kyle Shook is taking a look on the outside. I think Jeff Davis went a little bit wide on that exit. And I think Kyle's they're gonna go side by side through the chicanes. That was brave. Els, you're gonna take advantage of Anthony Cerno there, and you're now looking on the inside of Kyle Shook, as it didn't take long for the sparks to fly here after those tires got up to temperature. All right.
Yeah, too wide through that chicane is not the best idea. As you can see, I just gained 2 positions because of it. So.
Yeah, but credit to both drivers. Even though it's less than ideal, everyone kept it pretty respectable, I would say, even though it wasn't ideal. Yep, no, they didn't hit each other or anything. They kept it together. But yes, you got to capitalize on that. And now we're coming up to that final corner. This will be the end of lap 3. Anthony Cerno taking a look on the inside of Kyle Shook. All right, coming across the start finish. We got Jeffrey Davis in first, Lesean Young-Dilworth in second, Kyle Shook in third, Anthony Cerno in fourth, and yours truly, TJ Yankee, in 5th position. That's your top 5. And it looks like, Lesean, you're going for a look on Jeff, as this is a back marker here. This is the guy that I think wrecked during the start. Everyone gets by pretty cleanly. But you are going to get a look up the inside here, going into the hairpin, maybe? No, but Anthony Cerno is going to take Kyle Shook on the inside. And you're going to take a look on the inside as you head towards, again, and with Jeff Davis heading towards that first chicane.
And Jeffrey Davis actually goes wide. As I get past, I decided not to go too wide through there.
And now you got the lead, and Anthony Cerno taking advantage of that off track by Jeff Davis as he takes the position. I have a feeling that Jeff Davis is going to be fighting back pretty quickly. He's shown that he's got quite a bit of pace, and he is right on the back bumper of Anthony Cerno as you guys head up Clay Hill towards turn 15. Let's see if he makes a move on the inside or not. I do love the DriveTrainer Motorsports liveries, but I am suddenly a little bit hungry looking at that Pringles car. I gotta say it.
Looks like Jeffrey was taking a sniff of some Pringles just a second ago.
Yeah, because he's taking a look for the lead, but he's going to go wide. I think you're going to take advantage of that and be able to come out, stay in front of him as you guys come across the start-finish straight. You're going to have the inside going into turn 1. Let's see if you can defend. And you do. Now Jeff Davis is on the attack.
Kyle Shook looking like he's getting somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff is not able to hold it. Anthony Cerno is able to take the inside, but now you got Shook getting overtaken by me. He got hung out to dry. He's not in the draft, and that's another point right there, how powerful this draft can be.
You guys are still side by side going
Yep.
into the hairpin, and you're gonna take it.
Yep.
Good move, TJ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yep. Those green wheels. That's a signature of my car. We race in so many league races with this GR. My girlfriend, my brother is always like, which one's yours? And it's the one with the bright green wheels. That's how I help them out. And what a picture! Look at that corncob pipe, and the old school Navy uniform, just really showing out for you guys. And it looks like Jeff Davis lost out to Anthony Cerno earlier on, but he is once again right back on the tail of Anthony Cerno. I think he's probably bump drafting. I'm trying to catch you up there, Els.
Looks like it's working because they are dwindling that lead in the front from me. And Jeffrey Davis is going to take the inside here on the Pringles car. And let's see if he can continue with the pass into turn one. They're side by side, cross the line. Unable to get the run, though. TJ looking up the inside.
Oh, and Anthony Cerno is going to go a bit wide, just like the other thing. Looks like we're going to try to split him there, but Kyle Shook gets kind of blocked in. Am I able to get ahead of him? I don't know. I think he's going to be able to slide back in front here. Yes.
Great racing, great racing. Everybody's still close and still tidy. And now you get some Pringles.
Yep, and I try to take the inside move into the hairpin here, and I'm able to make it ahead of him. Whether or not we're going to go side by side through the chicane or not, yep, no, I back out of it. It's not worth it to me. I'm gonna go ahead and stay in fourth position with Kyle Shook right on my tail as we head down towards the second chicane.
TJ, that's a good decision. I mean,
I think so. Kept me
a
in
lot
the
of
race.
people a lot of people like to go and be aggressive through that corner, and doesn't seem to work. But you made a good decision. Still able to tuck in, fight for another day.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a word of note to the audience is we actually run as Kyle Shook's going to look up the inside of me here into turn 15. We actually run these with no damage. We just want people to come out and have fun. So if you do make a mistake and Bennett, you're not out of the race. You can just keep going. The car will fix itself. Oh, Shook is oh goodness. Oh wow. Wow, that was Jacob Innes.
And it was James Owen, actually. I remember
James
the
Owen.
livery.
Yeah, that's right. James Owen gets into Shook, gets him sideways, but I don't know how he saved that car. That car was perpendicular to the circuit. As we got guys going off into turn one, that was Jacob Innes in the Lightning McQueen car going off. And there's me going off. So we're having trouble keeping it on the course, like I said. If there's some dirt already on the course, you can understeer out. We're going to pop up to the leaders here as Jeffrey Davis has caught up to you, Els. He's less than a half a second off of your bumper now.
Like I said, Jeffrey Davis showing pace in this race. Went all the way down to third place because of a mistake, and now he's on my bumper fighting me for first place now.
Yep, and guys, head back down that hilltop, hilltop to the second chicane. Make your way through there. Head up the hill of the corner that is the right-hander of 10. And now you guys are going up Clay Hill up towards turn 15, the Druid's corner.
Gap down to 3/10 now. Almost 2/10. Steady in that area right now. He's putting the pressure, waiting for a mistake.
You seem to keep it pretty tidy. You guys are pulling away from the rest of the group there. There's a good 2 1/4 second gap from Anthony Servo to Jeffrey Davis. So You guys are putting it in, and Jeffrey Davis just puts in the fastest lap of the race so far, a 150.489, in pursuit of first place from Els here.
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can. I actually remember these moments.
Yeah, I mean, you did a 150.83, so you're not, off the pace or anything. You're putting in pretty good times. You're just he's got a little bit of that draft too.
He's got that draft, and he was whispering in my ear, telling me not to mess up. So there was also that.
He's making you sweat, filling up your mirrors, and then whispering sweet nothings into your ear while we're in the Discord. So far, I mean, you're keeping it together pretty well. But we'll see if we're 14 minutes in, so well over halfway into this race of this 20-minute session. So we'll see if I think we got about 2 or 3 more laps left, and we'll see if there's any fireworks from you two up front. So far, you're keeping it tidy. Just going to jump back a little further in the field because I saw Lightning McQueen was hot on Kyle Shook's tail there with the timing. Ooh, getting a little wild there.
A little squirrely.
A little squirrely. That's what that elevation change will do for you on that corner exit. It's really tough to hit it correctly every time. If you're going a little too fast, it can just get away from you as the suspension unloads coming over the crest of that hill. We got James Owen. James Owen just put in a 149.964. That's the fastest lap of the race so far. He is in 4th position. So to round out your top 5, Els still up front leading with Jeffrey Davis in 2nd, Anthony Cerno in 3rd, James Owen in 4th, and Kyle Shook is your top 5.
Jeffrey Davis still on the bumper of my car as we go into the hairpin. About still 3/10 apart.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to play mind games with you, apply the pressure, maybe wait until the final lap to make a move or bully you into a mistake of some sort. So he's just going to patiently wait behind you, it seems, and make sure that that he's there.
Well, let's see how the strategy pans out here in the future, because that might be what he's doing. He doesn't seem to be wanting to make a move. Maybe he's just trying to get away from the rest of the pack. And James Owen is now in 3rd place. He has the pace to catch up. So maybe he's just playing it smart.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be another thing. I mean, at the end of the day, we are teammates. You and him are teammates, I should say. And as he takes a look on the inside there, I mean, there's almost a 4-second gap back to James Owen. So yeah, I think you might be onto something there, that he's just hey, let's make this a 2-car race. As he takes a look but doesn't make the move, I think he's just trying to psych you out there as you guys head into that final corner and onto the front straight.
Into turn 1, he's still on my bumper, still putting the pressure. I can't see when he's gonna pass at this point. It's just pressure on pressure. It's just gonna happen when it happens.
And actually saw farther in the background, he didn't. Oh, and then he takes a look on what's going to end up being the outside of the hairpin, but the inside of the turn before. Is he going to be able to get the move done before the hairpin? Ooh, side by side into the braking point for the hairpin. He's not going to be able to do it, so you'll be able to pull out ahead. I saw James Owen go off track on the exit to turn 1, but he kept it. He got right back on, and he was fine. Once again, filling up your mirrors, making you second guess yourself if he's going to dive into that chicane or not, but stays behind, and he's once again, he's right on your tail. The draft helping him out stay close, and once again, he's going to look at the inside but not make the move. This is great stuff here. I think this will be coming up on the white flag here in a couple corners. So I think that strategy of pull away from the rest of the pack and then make it a 2-car battle for first place, I think that's what he was doing, and it seemed to have worked pretty well.
Coming up to the last couple corners here. Let's see what happens. Makes a move.
Makes the move on the inside. Is it going to stick?
I think this actually might be the final lap. We got the flag out, white flag. Do you see it?
Yep, that was the white flag. The white flag is out. So he will take the lead as you guys went side by side through the front start-finish straight, but he was able to get the inside of turn 1. But you're not going to give up. You know it's the final lap, so you're going to be pushing and seeing if you can get the position back here as we head down towards the hairpin.
Yeah, you can see me go slightly wide right there. I'm pushing, but can't get around them. Not very much opportunity as of yet. Maybe going to make a move into the hairpin, but on the outside. Maybe I can get the exit, but he parks it on the apex. Into the chicane now. He has a little bit of a lead here. About 3/10, just like how he had on me, but he's been studying me for about 5 laps now.
Yeah, he has. I mean, that's completely something that he might have been sandbagging in a couple of those corners and been like, I have the advantage in this corner. I'm just going to wait and go. And he's pulling out. He's got over a half a second gap now as we head down up Clay Hill, excuse me, for the final time.
He's now pulling out a 6/10 gap, half a second gap. See if I can make it in this last corner. Flashing the lights, trying to distract him. Last resorts.
He's able to keep it tidy. I think that will be the race, as you are doing everything you can to try to get by him, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And
Checker's out.
Across the line, Jeffrey Davis is going to hold off. My co-host here, Lesean Young-Dilworth, comes in a close second. James Owen in third. Kyle Shook in fourth. James Ennis in fifth. Anthony Cerno in sixth. Jacob Martin in seventh. Myself, TJ Yankee, in eighth. Cody R. Johnson in ninth. And the last of the cars running, Noah Damitz, in 10th. Finalizing out the grid, I guess, is Brian Fordley. Everyone else, Jack Myers, Robert Lovell, Greg Walker, Pedro Carvalho, Matthew Polizzi, Bryce Slayton, Avery Dickinson, Ryan DeMarco, Brendan Matthews, and Brandon Savage, all out at least one lap or more. So that is the conclusion of our session tonight. Heck of a drive there at the end, Els. That was I was so close with Jeffrey Davis. And we got a bit of a surprise for our viewers tonight. We actually have our race winner, Jeffrey Davis, with us tonight. Jeff, how was that back and forth with Els for the lead, making the move on the exit or on the start finish straight, going into turn 1 on the final lap? How was that?
It was actually really great. I enjoyed every last bit of it. As you can see, I waited for a couple laps, just watching him, studying, where he's struggling at, where he's fast at. So definitely took my time to study, how he's been taking these corners a lot. So I did end up making the last move at the end of the race. And that was just amazing. I'm glad I was able to make it stick. I'm glad it was very clean, very amazing. Felt good.
Congratulations, Jeffrey. I got to give that one to you. I imagine that your racecraft is going to develop even more with the time here at DriveTrainer Motorsports. Appreciate you pushing me as much as you did during this race. Want to see some more of that in the future.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, I was a little bit farther back than you guys for a little while there. I had front row seats to you guys' battling, but then you guys kind of went off into the distance on your own. So congratulations to both of you. Lesean, this is your second place back-to-back weeks in the DriveTrainer Motorsports community session. So congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Jeff, is there any shout outs that you want to, dog, girlfriend, friends, family, sponsors of any sort?
Yeah, actually, I shout out both of my dogs, Emma and Lulu, and then I also like to throw a shout out to my girlfriend Tessa. I love you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeffrey Davis, for joining us tonight. That is the conclusion of the session. I had a great time. I don't know about you, Els. It was fun to watch. It was fun to take part in. Just a great time around this circuit. Like I said, a track I haven't been on in well over a year.
Actually, it was the same situation for me. I haven't driven this track a lot either, not a lot in a while. So it was a good refreshment and a good race and great battles all the way from the front to the back.
Yeah, I would have to say I would have to agree with you on that bombshell. Excuse me. That's going to conclude our broadcast tonight. Say thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had fun. I know I did. A huge thanks to all the drivers who participated tonight, and to DriveTrainer Motorsports for hosting another thrilling community session on Iracing. So stay tuned for our next broadcast on Odyssey Motorsports TV. I'm TJ Yankee.
And I'm Lesean Young-Dilworth. Thank you for watching.
All right. Good night.